Oh my goodness, she's got junk. What the heck? What's she going to do with that? Oh, you're going to have to join me and find out. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. I am already on the go here. I am just cutting out little pieces of, or not little pieces, I'm taking strips from the Kleenex box, and that way I can use that as pockets. Probably, like, I can cut this down and use it as a pocket, and then I have a beautiful pocket with tulips, and I did cut myself and I am bleeding. And look, like, even these little end pieces would make beautiful little pockets. So I'm just scavenging right now and going through and seeing what I can do with all of this. If I take this plastic out of here, this would be a beautiful frame, right? Let me grab my journal, like this one. It won't look very good on this one, but look at that. You can do, like, you can put it like that, and you've got a beautiful flip out with a frame on it. You can turn it into like a shaker tag or something like that. So yeah, the possibilities are endless. And I can throw it in the garbage, but then it's just garbage, and now I might be able to use it again. I have been saving boxes and stuff, so I just figured that it was time to clean that up and see what I can make with it. I have some ideas. Then I have a couple of tea boxes. Now these, if I cut these apart, they would make beautiful, beautiful tags. Sorry, I don't mean to repeat myself, but yeah, they would work very nicely. So I'm grabbing my ruler and I'm grabbing my knife. And then I'm just going to cut this right along the fold. And I need to cut those little tabs off too. Oh, look at that. This is a natural pocket. It's already ready to go. Let me show you. It has the little thumb hole right there already. So I'm just going to cut this down. Cut the pieces off that I won't need. And I'm throwing this straight into the garbage. This is wonderful thick chipboard, and it's a natural pocket. Easy. This might make a really cool flip up. Right? You glue this down and you've got a flip up. 3. And then look at this shape. This is really cool. So I'm going to be able to do something with that as well. If it's just a decoration at the top of a page, or you can use it as an uptuck. But I can definitely use it for something. So this one has the perforated pieces here. So I'm just going to cut into that. Like that. And then it's kind of like a banner thing. Look at that. How cool. Yeah, like that. So it's really, I'm just really looking at my garbage and my recycling as a, what can I do with it? How can I use this in a way that would work for my journal? Oh yeah, look at this. This has a thumb hole notch in it. So perfect. Pocket, done. How simple. Take just a little bottom edge off because it's just not that pretty. And it's a beautiful pocket. Again, if I have all these pieces done, then I have a nice selection for tags and labels and envelopes, tickets, pockets, all kinds of different things that I can make and that I can put back in my stash, because I have been depleting my stash a little bit here and there. And I really feel like I need to have some more. So the other thing that I have is pop boxes. And I've just taken sides off of them because I don't need that much, because one pop box is a lot of chipboard. And look how cool these are with the circles in it. So I have a bunch here, and I am going to cut them into tags. But I'm not sure if I want to have you sit through all that. I may just cut them, and then I will decorate one of them with you. So I'm cutting my tags at 4.5 inches, and 4.5 inches then makes 2.25 wide tags. So you always want to have about half the width of the length of your tag. That way you get a nice wide tag. So 4.5 is 2.25, 5 is 2.5, and just go on like that. And then when I have smaller pieces left, like in this case, I just discard them or I put them aside to use as labels. So I have a beautiful pile of chipboard tags now. Some have some stuff behind it, but that's okay. I don't need them to be perfect. They just need to be tags. So, and they're all in different colors and shape. Well, definitely not different shapes. Some are a little wider than others, but for the most part, they are all 4.5 or 4.75 inch by 2.25 or somewhere around there. Takes a moment to do, but I have a wonderful pile that I can use for a little while. So I want to take one, and I think I want to do one of the tea boxes. And I want to just decorate it so I can put it into my journal. And what I'm going to do is I am going to grab my gesso. It is Dina Wakley Media White Gesso. And I'm just grabbing a paintbrush. This is not a good paintbrush, so I don't like using good paintbrushes with my gesso for very obvious reasons. And I'm just going to cover the nutrition facts piece, just so that it kind of goes into the background. And I'm also going pretty lightly over the rest of the box. I want the gray to show through, but I don't want it to be very, very visible. So I'm just dry brushing it on and stretching it as far as I can get it. While it's drying, I am just going to cut this into a tag shape. And that means that I'm just going to cut a corner right off, put it on the other side, and cut it off in this way. I know that my tag has the same sides on both sides. So I have a piece of book page, and I love using book page. I need some glue. I'm just going to put glue onto the book page, and then I'll stick it onto the tag. So I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to line this up just like that. There we go. That way I know that the text is straight for sure. There. Then I am grabbing my little sanding disc, and I'm just going to sand all the way along the edges. Like that. It's not sticking very well. There we go. That was super easy. And I just need to put a little bit of extra glue all the way along there to make sure that it stays well attached. There we go. Perfect. Let's use some beading gel. Let's do some distressings and then put the beading gel over top of it. The beading gel is really cool. It has little glass beads in this gel, and it picks up color and makes it look different. So I think it would look really cool for a tag. I may grab my distress oxide sprays. And I want to use the same ones that I used in the live the other day when I did the butterfly. So I used the tattered rose and the speckled egg, and I kind of let them drip into each other. So I may need to put a little bit more gesso on this piece. Onto the book page, I mean. Because then it will work better than if I just leave it just book page. The text will still shimmer through. But the ink will move a little bit nicer. There we go. I'm going to put the gel on it first. Just cause. Do I have a good reason for it? No, not really. So I just want to kind of put it along the edges. And it's not the easiest thing to apply because of the beads. But it's going to look really nice and grungy. So I'm just putting it right along the edges. But only where the book page is. So I don't want to go all the way around. I just want to use just a little bit here and there. So I want to use the Distress inks or the Distress oxide sprays into the beaded gel while it is still wet. And I'm going to take a piece of paper that I can put behind it so I'm not getting it all over the place. I want it to drip. That's really what I want. So I may take some water. Because the water is also going to make it oxidize. And it is going to allow it to drip a little bit better. That's good. Just letting it go, just letting it drip. Okay. So then I'm going to take the speckled egg. I want to do like that so that it will kind of bleed. Well, ooh, that was way too much, but it's okay. It's dripping now for sure. I think I like that. And I love how you can see the oxidation in there, and the gel kind of soaked up the tattered rose ink. So yeah, I really like it. It's pretty, and I like how it's not on the gray side, so it's just on that one side, and we've got the gray plain side on the other side. Before I go any further, I do want to put the hole in the top, and I may actually grab an eyelet and put that in there as well. I need the big one. I think that was centered. I have some very vintage ribbon. Every time I'm in a thrift store and I find ribbon that has no barcodes on it or anything like that, I usually pick it up because that means it's vintage, and I like using real vintage material. These, however, are not. I do have vintage eyelets. Do I want to use black maybe for this one? Yeah, maybe. And there we go. You have an eyelet on there. Let's give it one more push. To make sure that it is nice and even. There we go. If I put a little bit of lace just on this side, just like that, that would work for me. Take my 3-in-1 glue. So then you have the rougher side on one side and the pretty lace on the other side. So I'm just putting a strip of glue on there to lay the lace into. And yes, I am using my brand new bottle of 3-in-1 glue. And I'm taking the rougher side of the lace because I like that better. And then I'm just pulling it until it's in the position that I want it in. There we go. Let's cut all the way around. I want something simple, which this is, but really pretty. My gathered twigs here, I'll just use that. It is the one that's closest to me, so let's just use that. And I'm just going to put a little bit of ink all the way around. I can put my little ribbon through here. And I'm just going to put a knot in there. That's it. No, I'm not. I'm not putting in a knot. I want it to be just like so. So I may just take my stapler again. There. And I'll put 2 staples in so that it looks much more intentional like that. And the topper is on there now. And then I think I want to use one of the ladies. Let's see which one I like the best. That one is super elegant. Well, they're all super elegant. Oh, I think I want this one. Yeah, for sure. That one. And I'm going to put her on the lace part so that it stays elegant. And I'm going to grab some labels. And I guess I could have used some of my washi tape too, but I sure did not. So I'm just going to ink around her. Oh yeah, I like that. I think I want to put a little strip of this behind her as well, just for that little bit of extra texture. So it doesn't take a lot, but it will look just a little more intentional to have it like that. Or do I want to go the other way around? Maybe I want to go this way. Like that. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Okay, 3-in-1 glue. Just putting a quick strip of glue in there, quick bead of glue, stick that down, take the backing off of here because this is one of the ones that I printed out on sticker paper, which is wonderful because I have this wonderful sticker paper that is a little heavier. So it's like cardstock. And I like using that for my fussy cuts. However, my printer messed up and it wasted a bunch of my sticker paper, which I don't overly like. Okay, where's my bone folder? Right there. So I just want to make sure that it is well attached. So I'm just pushing it into the glue. There we go. And then I want to put some of the labels that are in the kit as well. I want to add those two here. I love labels. I don't know if you've figured that out yet, but I do. I like these, using the ads and stuff for labels. I want to go that way. I want this to look less clean. So I may actually put a little bit of effort into coloring this a bit more. There we go. Much, much better. Take the backing off. I am adding glue because I have no faith in the glue of the stickers. This one would look very nice here. I can just go like that. And we have something florally, but it's not really florally. It's an ad for flowers or for flower bulbs. I'll stick that right there. I think it is pretty good as it is. We've got the rougher edge here with the beaded gel and the distress oxides. And then we've got the elegant lady with the couple of ads to narrow it down. And I think it's beautiful. I really like it. So I made that out of just a pop bottle, or a tea box, actually. That's what that was. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and you got some ideas on what you can do with your junk that you've got laying around. We all do. We all have it. So grab it, play with it, figure out what you can make, even if it is just tags, right? I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because there is many more projects coming up, and we are starting to get closer to Mass Make March. So come along. Let's do this. We can do it together. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so this is the tag that I made for the recycling tags, and I have a whole pile of wonderful tags that are all from recycled pop boxes and other garbage material. So I love it. It is hard, and I can put it somewhere. What I want to talk to you guys about is today is February 28th. Tomorrow is March 1st. So that means that it's a whole new month, and March is Mass Make March. Of course it is. And I want to participate. So what I have is I have here 3 strips, each with 10 projects. And what I want to do is cut them all apart. And they range from really easy to a little bit more tricky, and mixed media to super simple paper folding. There is something different everywhere. So I want to cut them apart, and which is what I am doing right now. So I have them all cut apart, and now I'm going to fold them. And while I was folding them, I realized that there might be 1 or 2 where I am not overly excited about it, because how do you mass make it, right? So I am just folding them up and throwing them in this bowl. So right here is the one, and it says folio. I'm going to replace this one with something else. Whoops. I don't think I can do a mass make of folios. That is just not going to happen. I think I want to make bows. So what I want to do, because every project is going to need a little bit of preparation, right? When I start a video, there is always somewhat of an idea. I always know somewhat of what I'm going to do, and I have the materials ready for that. So what I want to do is the day before, because I'm on the 100-day project, so I know I'm going to be recording every day. So at the end of the video, which is what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to draw one of the little projects out of the bowl, and that is what I'm going to be doing the next day. So every day for the month of March and today, I will be drawing a project out of the bowl to do tomorrow. So that way I can prepare a little bit for it. I am not suddenly sitting there going, I don't know how I'm going to do this, what am I going to use, and just wasting so much time. So I get to have a little bit of preparation time. So here goes nothing. Let's pick one to start Mass Make March off with. All right, I have it. And it is tassels. Oh my goodness. I am starting with the funnest right out of the gate. I have so much stuff to use for this. So tomorrow I will be making tassels for Mass Make March, and I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, for today, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because tassels tomorrow and all of these for the rest of the month of March. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.